Hello and welcome to our Fireside Chat series, Voices of Change, brought to you by Great Learning. I'm Sapna Kapoor, head of DEI initiatives. This series aims to spotlight the incredible work being done by DEI leaders who are shaping more inclusive and equitable workplaces. Throughout the series, we hope to inspire, inform, and engage our audience by exploring the tangible strategies and transformative ideas that fuel DEI work. It's an absolute pleasure to have Aishwarya Srinivasan, Diversity and Inclusion Leader at Decathlon Sports India, join us today. Aishwarya, your journey and commitment to advancing DEI has inspired me. I'm looking forward to diving into your experiences and insights. But before we get started, could you briefly introduce yourself to our audience?
Sure, Swapna. Thank you so much first for inviting me for this fireside chat on DEI. Myself, Aishwarya. I have been working at Decathlon for almost 16 plus years and now counting, I would say. Currently responsible for diversity, equity, and inclusion at Decathlon Sports India. I also have another responsibility of being a HRBP for the production and manufacturing setup at Decathlon India. Being a decathlete, I just have to introduce myself along with my sports, and I'm a passionate yoga person, and I also enjoy cycling and table tennis. So that's about me, Swapna.
Wonderful. Let's dive right in with our first question. You've had an impressive journey in DE&I. What inspired you to take on this role, and how has this perspective evolved over the years as you've engaged with this work?
Thank you, Swapna. It's a bit funny how it came to me, I would say. I think it was first, the project was with my leader. And just 3-4 days before the first event to define and create an awareness of what is inclusion, it just came to me. And my first response was, why do we need a project like that? I said, I'm a woman and I'm actually doing good. And I spent 2 days speaking to different women and men in the company. And it's a dawn of realization about the women representation of the company. And then how privileged I was because I was standing proudly on the shoulders of other women who preceded me, and how much of carrying an attitude of tomboy was needed to be a working woman. I think it just brought in a dawn of awareness at that particular point of time. And I think I spent the first couple of years thinking about and acting on equality, meritocracy, just to be very sure that I'm not creating any stance from a very feminist approach. But only with the growing experience, I have understood that being a feminist was very important, not only for me, but for all the leaders and the people who are in the world, for the organization to really, really make a shift and how equity plays a major role to create equality. And for me, that was a huge perspective change and a huge learning.
Well, it's quite inspiring to hear your journey, and I'm sure your story will continue to motivate others in the important work. Given the shifting dynamics in today's workplace, how do you interpret DNI in the current organization landscape?
All right. I think it's been like 5 to 6 years since the start of the project for me, Swapna. I personally see a very massive shift through the process of people in terms of their thoughts. I think a great change of uh, generation has been in the workplace with Gen Z coming in, and inclusion has become a commitment instead of being a compliance. I think that is the major shift that I have witnessed. If you remember well, I think earlier it started as DNI, then it became DEI, now it is DEIB, and it only shows that more awareness and more inclusive calling at the workplaces. What I also see as a major shift is to say that I think post pandemic, mental health and well being have become central in the DEI conversations that we lead within the organization. And I think Indian companies are also aligning a lot with the global standards like the UN SDG goals are preceded a lot of need for having an inclusive workplace, and organizations also have started to take certain certifications to be more inclusive in nature, like its certifications and things like that. So for me, the landscape of DEI is only expanding and getting more inclusive is what I would probably say for the organizations.
Why, it's fascinating to hear how you navigate DEI in today's ever evolving workplace. Well, my takeaway from this is the importance of adapting strategies to address both emerging challenges and opportunities, and at the same time ensuring organizations remain inclusive and equitable for everyone. Let's talk about learning and development. What innovative learning and development strategies are you implementing to foster inclusivity within your organization?
All right, I think the first good question, because when we speak about DEI, I think the word equity actually changed the game for a lot of us in terms of deepening DNI, I would say. So when it comes to learning interventions, I think what is very important is to keep it very equitable. Currently, according to the diverse group that we have different learning interventions, I would say. For a majorly represented workforce like men, we have certain deep awareness kind of a learning intervention. For women who have been in the workplaces, we have certain leadership development program in place, which is also called as Heroes. It is a space where a lot of women come together in the company, share their best practices, learn about different things that is needed to actually forge their career ahead. We also have that at a national level and also at an international level at Decathlon. We also recently introduced a concept called leadership shadowing, wherein they spend 2 days with a experienced leader to understand and get inspired in the context that they operate in, the learnings that each leader has, and things like that. And at the same time, I think, as I said earlier, it is very important to address the learning interventions according to the need of the diverse group. It also reminds me to talk about an employability program for people from different socioeconomic background that we run at Decathlon, wherein some people from different socioeconomic background join us for an upskilling program, and they spend certain time with us, say 6 months to 1 year, working and learning a particular job. After which they get employed either with Decathlon or even somewhere outside Decathlon. So these are some of the different initiatives that we have internally to also upskill our teammates in Decathlon.
That's incredible work. I think your efforts are not only impactful, but also set a powerful example for driving meaningful changes. I'm sure you agree that tailored learning is a great way to ensure equity, and we see rapid advancement in technology. How do you think AI, the buzzword, can enhance DE&I efforts, particularly in promoting equitable learning experiences?
The future is AI. I think AI has impacted a lot in every single space of people management, and DI is no different at all. It can play very transformative experiences in terms of promoting equitable learning experiences. AI powered tools can definitely identify and mitigate unconscious biases that are there in terms of the assessments, in terms of the communication, in terms of the inclusive languages that is needed for the diverse learners also that we have currently in place. Uh, in terms of the AI, I also see that from a very data centric approach, wherein it can help to identify certain gap in terms of the representation that we have. It can also help in terms of the prediction on how progressive we can get over a period of time with current practices that we have in place. So I think AI is going to be the future, and how well we use, I think it will be more and more powerful. So that's how I see AI into the space of DI.
Wow, seeing the impactful work you are leading in this space is exciting and inspiring. Your insights have been truly invaluable. Thank you so much, Ashwarya. Before we wrap up, is there a message you'd like to leave our audience with about the importance of the AI?
I think more than a message, what I would say is my perspective of DI. For me, DI is nothing but an act of kindness. So I think by as nature, as people, we are all very kind. So let's not see it very differently as a separate effort. Let's try to be kind, and we are already inclusive.
Beautifully said. I believe we have gained valuable insights into the significant strides being made across various organizations. Thank you once again for being a part of Voices of Change. It was wonderful speaking with you. This has been Voices of Change, brought to you by Great Learning. Until next time, stay committed to creating a world where everyone has a voice.